when you're putting your team together, like when we had that Olympic team, I'd get them all the first night, and maybe when you go back, you get your team together and you talk about the things you've learned, but also there has to be common ground where everyone owns it. The teams and the organizations where people own it, in other words, they don't work for, they are. Like, I am whatever, I don't work for. And you can't just assume, even if you've had it already, that it continues to happen. So we have what we call standards meetings. And we had a standard meeting that night with our team. And it's a little bit daunting. You get these 12 stud guys coming in, and you're there. And the very first thing I said to them, I said, I want you to bring all your egos in. Like, I don't want any of you not being you. I don't believe in that expression, leave your egos at the door. You know, bring it all in. I said, but put it under one USA leadership umbrella, and we'll win the world. I would suggest the same for you. Bring and by the way, Kobe and LeBron were going to bring their damn egos in anyway, you know. Just, come on, you're coming anyway. Might as well get you under this umbrella. And then I told him, I said, remember, you're not playing for the United States. We won't win unless you are United States basketball. You own it. And so you have common ground. And I want you not just to hear and see what we're doing. I want you to feel what we're doing. And so that's why that why is important. Every once in a while for your team to understand why they're doing something. So we had this meeting, I'll go back to it, but after the meeting I said, I want you guys, when we're at the Win in Las Vegas, okay? It helps us in recruiting, you know? It's a good place. And I said, when you go up to your suites, I want you to be 16 for a minute. And I want you to look on your beds. And on their beds, we laid their Olympic uniforms, okay? Later that night, I was doing a service for the Win. I was checking to see if their video poker machines were working. And they were not. And there's one that really wasn't working, and I was steadfast that I was going to make it work. And all of a sudden, I get a tap on my, it's a true story. I get including about the video poker machines. Yeah, there's a tap on my shoulder, and it's Kobe Bryant. And I said, what's up? He said, Coach, I did what you asked me to do. And I said, what happened? He said, I cried. And from that point on, I knew I've got these guys. And then we had them interact with the military. We had wounded warriors come in to learn about selfless service. We took them to military installations. And what I'm saying is, I do that with my Duke basketball team or whatever. They have to feel what they're doing. It has to penetrate their heart. You know, if they're only coming to work and working for you, they're only seeing and doing, we're not going to be at optimum. They have to feel it. And so standards are important.